Welcome to Pride Against Prejudice, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play podcast.
Hi, I'm Simon and I'm playing Huggy Bear.
Hi, I'm Al and I'll be playing Maverick.
Hi, I'm Jack and I play Toyga.
Hi, I'm Michael and I'll be playing Sunshine.
And my name is Rhydian, I am the GM. If you would like any bonus content, a link to our living campaign map can be found in the show notes, along with a link to our Discord where you can get occasional bonus episodes, and if you'd like to add locations to the map or just ask us questions, you're welcome to join us there. If you stick about for a few seconds at the end of the episode, we also have a question for you as well. Following content may contain themes and materials not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Before we dive into the episode, here's some pay data on another one of the Shadowrun podcasts out there for you to listen to.
Yo Shadowpunks, here's a Shadow fact for you.
Berlin. It's a bug, not a feature. Not a feature.
We are a German actual play Shadowrun podcast.
Hoi Oma, willkommen in Berlin, willkommen im Status F. Ein Shadowrun 6 Actual Play Podcast.
Yeah, that's right. A fucking German actual play. Our podcast is edited fast-paced, we get super high production value, and the sound design is top-notch. In our AP, we focus on character development and immersive storytelling. Oh, come on, ChatGPT, that is so fucking generic, absolutely bullshit, nothing saying. You need to highlight the things that set us apart from other actual plays. Like, that we are very, very focused on the rules. Because we play in Germany, and in Germany you play by the rules. Also, fun fact, we only use military march music for the score. Yeah, okay, that's a total lie. But anyhow, slot your Saxonian lingo soft and give us a listen everywhere where you find podcasts. And now back to the show.
With Hazel's grandmother sleeping safely in the back of Huggy's van, it's time to get some blackmail material on her kidnapper. A fine, upstanding corporate citizen like him can't be doing anything bad, right? So, you're driving away from the docks with your ill-gotten gains and Hazel's granny in the Valkyrie module. Huggy slaved the newly acquired van to her drone network. What's your next moves?
Firstly, these are not ill-gotten gains. These are very, honourably gotten gains. We defeated them as honourable.
No, we didn't. We ambushed them. That was incredibly dishonourable and very sensible.
It was a very honourable ambush.
No, it wasn't.
Ours by right of conquest.
That is true.
Granny is one of the ill-gotten gains, which aren't ill-gotten gains. Speaking of...
How is Granny? She's in the Valkyrie module. What's it telling us about her?
So the Valkyrie module is coming back saying that she's entirely healthy. She's just under the influence of a healthy dose of narcoject.
That is probably sensible.
And not likely to awaken for quite a while. You can see that they've actually put... It's like a cheap disposable biomonitor on her forehead. The in-AR is displaying all of her information, and they've set up... It's linked to an auto-injector of narcoject that it's basically just keeping her under and stable. Again, these guys seem to have been pretty professional.
Yeah, they were good at their jobs. Shame that we're better.
I'm not sure we're more professional, but we definitely pack more firepower.
No, we are better at our jobs. Do you want me to wake her up?
No. Leave her asleep.
You sure?
She will...
I'm going to instruct the pilot of the Valkyrie module to remove the auto-injector as gently as possible.
You could just leave it until we're dropping her home, because unconscious she's a lot less of a potential hazard.
That's true, but
And while she is Hazel's grandmother, and therefore may be terrifying, she may not be.
she is also Hazel's grandmother, or Hazel's grandmother, and therefore we don't want any damage happening to her.
Absolutely. When we come to hand her back, we should hand her back in mint condition.
New in box.
I'm not sure you can hand back a grandmother new in box.
I'm reasonably confident that this one comes with ongoing issues.
Probably.
So, how long's she been unconscious for?
Based on the data from the biomonitor, essentially from the point at which she got hit with a capsule round of narcoject in her flat. So from her perspective, she was sat watching the trid, got hit with something, and then went out like a light.
So how long has that been?
A few hours at this point. Yeah, basically since Mav got just before Mav got the phone call.
Okay, and how old is she?
Late 70s.
How's her bladder health? Do we need to change her?
God damn it, Tiger.
Dib's not it.
I'm going to put this under hand-wavium of these guys were very professional. The very professional runners have taken very professional measures that mean we don't need to deal with this or discuss it in depth.
Thank you, Rhydian.
Okay, so we're leaving Granny unconscious. Can we at least put a blanket or something over her? She looks cold.
She's in a Valkyrie module. She's fine.
Seriously, don't put anything on other than her clothing on there. It messes with the module's readings.
Okay then. So, Hazel knows that we've got Granny rescued, so next job, break into this guy's flat and...
Which is, unfortunately, in East Riverside.
In Manhattan.
In Manhattan. Not far into Manhattan.
Well, I hope that you guys enjoy your trip to Manhattan.
I mean, I have East Riverside on that thing that Hua Cheng gave us, like the fake sin.
That is helpful, because I don't have East Riverside, but I can probably get it added relatively quickly. However, every time we go into Manhattan we get sin scanned, and every time we get sin scanned is a chance for our fake sins to fail. Out of character a moment, Rid.
Yeah.
What happens when you fail a sin scan? Are you, immediately detained as an unperson and,
Detained for questioning, and they usually get somebody to have a closer look at it. If you get caught with a fake sin, that's immediate crimson and a little bit of time in the big house.
So, it's really quite dangerous for us to get the subway into Manhattan, and...
Give me a Lone Star Procedures roll at a -2.
Fair. Does this qualify as patrol?
Nah, this would come under Transport Police.
Fair.
Or whatever the American equivalent of Transport Police is.
Single hit.
Yeah, so with your single hit, you're thinking back to when your Lone Star training. Would it have been in Dallas, in Texas?
Yeah, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yeah, so do they have a metro system there? I don't know. I'm going to say they've built one in the Sixth World. Fuck it, I don't know. I'm going to get shouted at by Texans now.
A fate worse than death.
So you think back to your time when you were training and when you were living in Dallas, Fort Worth, and you were getting the subway that maybe exists there in the Sixth World. I don't know, we're making this shit up as we go. And there were sin scanners there as well for getting on and off. Basically, it read your cred stick, but they're kind of cack. They're basic check.
Even in a AAA?
They're likely to be a little bit better, but not much better. It's public transport. It's just a cursory check to make sure that, largely to track who's coming and going, and if your sin isn't registered for that area in New York at any rate, it's less of a problem in Dallas. Yeah, then it just won't let you out at that station.
Without paying.
Oh no, it just won't let you out.
Yeah, no, it won't let you out. It will just flag up a please purchase a day pass.
You need to like go home and buy the pass, or call your friend Eddie.
So is that what you're doing?
Possibly. If that is going to be our plan, why don't we drive over to our old friends in Port Morris? We've been there a couple of times. Why don't we drive over to Port Morris and see if we can do this without any of us physically going into Manhattan? If Sunshine can hack his home node,
Yeah.
we might get our dirt.
You already know roughly what the home node is like, given that we have his comlinks with emails and stuff.
His comlink probably has a subscription to his home node. That's probably trivial to do.
The other thing was, didn't we steal, like, that runner we killed's comlink? Can't we just have a flick through that and see if there's...
That may also have pay dirt on it. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, so Sunshine, I'll just say that you can crack this comlink open without any particular difficulty. It's...
Sunshine sets off the alarm and doesn't care because its owner is dead.
Yeah, there's nobody on the other end of it to deal with it. And the internal security measures, they're not up to this. You have a good shufty through the files. I'm not going to make you roll because you've got time and you've got full access to everything.
This is a matter of minutes, if anything.
Yeah, I'll be knocking some time off the timer in a few moments. But yeah, this is a runner's comlink, and it's got some basic stuff on it, like there's a couple of Matrix AR games for like while he's doing the hurry up and wait. There's a few phone numbers, but they're all down under things like J or just all sort of single letters or just a short name that's obviously like a street name. And none of them are ones that you've come across.
UE numbers.
Yeah, so beyond that, there's not even like text messages. There is a location in there which you recognise as that of Hazel's grandmother, and that's about it. This seems to be like one that they use for running, and they've left their personal one somewhere else.
So this is a burner.
Yeah, it's a pretty high rated burner because it's
a work phone.
So it's not actually a burner, it's just a work phone. Yeah, and they leave their personal phone at home when they're in work mode. That's remarkably sensible.
Yeah, these guys are competent.
Well, stop it. It's much easier to face incompetent assholes.
No.
I'm beginning to feel slightly bad about killing these people. They seem to have been, like, competent-driven professionals. And then I remember that they abducted an innocent old lady on behalf of a reptile and feel much less bad about the terrible things that were done to them.
Correct. They were also opposing Shadowrunners, and you get what you get in this world.
Remember what they would have done if they got the jump on us.
Exactly the same as we did to them.
They probably would have fed... I need to stop calling her Granny. She's not my Granny. They probably would have fed Granny to those ghouls and legged it for the hills.
Probably. Or fed us to those ghouls.
That too.
Presumably their plan was to get paid and return Granny. Unless Hazel didn't throw the fight.
In which case, they fed Granny
They
to the
fed
ghouls.
Granny to the ghouls, yep.
They may have already paid the ghouls.
They may have already paid the ghouls. They may have dragged someone in either to kill for the ghouls or someone already dead.
So there's lots of fairly easy ways to get hold of corpses on Staten Island.
Indeed.
Let's be honest. They probably got paid to dispose of the body.
That is true.
So they're making a little bit of cash on the back end as well.
Does Sunshine still got that access into our reptiles comlink?
Alright, so yeah, Sunshine made a backdoor access in our first session, so if she is needing to get back in, she can resubscribe to his comlink, if that's an option that you want to pursue.
And his comlink probably is subscribed to his home node. Because that's how this works, isn't it? You have your comlink subscribed to your home node so you can turn your oven on and stuff.
Yeah, he would be able to do that.
Which also means that Sunshine can use that link to go and have a poke around in the home node quite easily without having to successfully identify the correct Manhattan townhouse node in the matrix. Because that would be difficult.
Okay, so I'm going to knock another 15 minutes off the timer at this point, so you're down to 4 hours and 40 minutes. It's less urgent than it was, but Sunshine, are you just accessing his comlink then?
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you guys currently? So you were driving the frag away from that warehouse. You're mostly surrounded by sort of E-rated areas in the direction of Manhattan and the warehouse.
I suggest that we head for Port Morris.
Yeah, I think we're heading to Port Morris.
Alright, so I'll say that you're just passing Great Kills. You're just passing...
Oh, my house.
Yeah, Mav's house. Alright, Sunshine, are you going to use your connection to his comlink to hack into his home node then?
Yes.
Okay, so fortunately for you, noise is not a thing in 4th edition, and because the Matrix is a mesh network, you are within signal range, because it'll just get, it's encrypted packets that'll get bounced through different devices until it gets to where it needs to be, by the magic of the Matrix interwebs. You would need to hack into that node, because it's a separate node to his comlink. You've got access to his comlink, but not necessarily to his home node. So how are you going about this? Are you hacking on the fly, or are you taking it nice and slow and probing the target?
No.
Always go slow when you're probing the target.
I'll keep that in mind.
What's the time interval on probing? Remind me. Is that an hour? That's cutting it a little fine. If it's half an hour, that almost certainly works.
Alright, so it takes an hour per test if you're probing the target, and that's if you're in VR. Apparently in AR it takes a day. So are you going to probe the target or hack on the fly there, Sunshine?
I don't think I've got time to probe the target, so that'll be hacking on the fly.
Alright, so bear in mind you'll need to do a stealth roll after each roll. So can I get your first roll, please?
Ooh, 6 hits on my first roll. Nice.
Nice. That's a bloody good roll.
That is, yeah.
And could I get your stealth roll?
Ooh, only 1 hit on that, which I'm just going to have to take. I've only got 1 point of edge left. Actually, no, frag it. This is what the last point of edge is for. So, reroll stealth -1. 4 hits, that's better.
Good, because defenders win ties. Could I get another exploit roll, please?
Sure. 4 hits.
Okay, so that has gotten you in at a basic user access level. Could I get your stealth roll as well?
Yep. 4 hits on stealth.
Nice. So you slip into this node, smooth as butter, nothing knows you're in there. It's good times.
Cool. I just slide into his DMs. What does he have in his DMs, GM?
Incriminating information.
Well, you'll need to do an analyze for me to tell you that.
Alright, analyze. 2 hits on analyze.
Alright, so do find there's some work stuff. There seems to be something related to a Shiawase hiring program. It's being referred to in the documents as Project Yushu. You're a Japanese speaker, so you would recognize that the word Yushu means excellence. You're not able to get any more than that, though, because the files seem to be encrypted.
Right, this requires higher level access.
So if you have a decrypt program, you can get access to them. You can also just... You might be able to copy them.
That sure would be nice if I had a decrypt program.
Oh dear. You need some more tools in that toolbox yet, Sunshine.
Other than that, it seems to be mostly just trivial and boring stuff. Like, there's a schedule of where he needs to be and when. There's a lot of work email. There's quite a lot of as per my previous email involved. There's some trid shows. There's some, frankly, fairly boring and pedestrian pornography. Yeah, it's not that interesting, to be honest.
This guy does not live an interesting life outside of his blackmail and sports betting.
Why does he have this gambling debt? What was he? Because this gambling is to pay off his debt to the yaks. Why did he run up that debt with the yaks? See if we can find anything linked to that.
So the debts were as a result of him gambling with stuff that was involved with the yaks.
Oh, so he was betting on sports and losing.
Yeah, basically.
No, he was trying to win and trying to make sure he won.
But I think, let's see whose money he was gambling with. Because I think that's a good way of getting, there's lots of things that the company is not really going to care about. They're not going to care if he's a massive racist.
I don't think they're going to care if he's running up personal debts to the yaks, unless they're
Yeah, but is
using
he
that-
spending company money? Is he misappropriating stuff?
That's my question. Has he been taking company funds and using them to gamble? Because it sounds like he might have if he run up a debt with the yaks, he might have a bit of a problem.
There's nothing in the information that you've gone over that, or found on what you can access at any rate, that would indicate anything to do with that. There's a lot of stuff about sports. He seems to follow a lot of MAA, boxing, wrestling.
The file on his comlink, the link to the Excellence program, the one that is encrypted, can you take a copy of that and we can give it to someone else to decrypt?
That's what I was thinking.
The other thing that has just occurred to me is that your home node controls your door access. If we get past, the initial district SYN scan, we can just walk into this guy's house now.
It also, and you would all know this is fairly common knowledge in the Sixth World, for secure housing, stuff like that, it controls the visitors list, also
Because it's got the front door buzzer and everything attached through your home node.
Who's he been paying? Has he been letting pay visits to him?
Can I get access to visitor logs?
Yep, I'll say that you can get that off your previous analyze roll. It's not particularly hidden information, so it's mostly work colleagues and, should we say, working women, and leave it at that.
Ah, lizard.
He's even straight. This guy is really boring. Tell Hazel that she should have her grandmother kidnapped by someone exciting next time.
Are you really going to tell Hazel that?
No, I'm going to make you tell Hazel that.
Alright, you've got a relevant knowledge skill here, Sunshine. Can you roll me your sex work knowledge skill?
Certainly can. 3 hits.
Yeah, he's hiring the kind of sex workers that you pay to come and beat you black and blue.
That's vaguely interesting.
I mean, nobody in the Sixth World's going to care.
No, it's not, blackmail interesting.
Yeah, this paints a picture, doesn't it?
Well, he's into his wrestling and his submissive...
All his combat sports and... guys
that
are...
paints a picture.
Yeah, guys are over testosterone, pain freak. Okay.
So what's your next moves?
I'm just gonna give us all permission to come round to his house.
Alright, give me an edit file action.
Is this edit authorized? Because I am now an authorized user.
For his comlink, not his home node.
Ah.
So this would be edit unauthorized.
Fine. 6 hits, I'll take it.
Yep, more than enough. So we'll come back to that in a moment. Could I get your stealth roll?
4 hits.
Yeah, absolutely fine. You've managed to do it in such a way that it would probably need a forensic decker a couple of hours to actually work out that this wasn't done legitimately by him from his... Because the orders come from his comlink, so it looks like it's him that set this up. And it's come from a legit account on his comlink, so yeah, this would be a pain in the ass for somebody to untangle later.
It is untangleable, just not easily, and someone needs to know to look.
And by the time that somebody comes to come and take a look at it, the access ID that did it is, pointing to a raccoon somewhere in the middle of Bloodroot Valley.
Most of the raccoons in Bloodroot Valley do not have access IDs, Huggy.
You'd be amazed how many have stolen comlinks, though.
Because they do ring and track a lot of wild animals. So it could be a case of, the animals in the zoo have, animal sins and known pests. In and around New York have, RFIDs. So it's this raccoon that is notorious for stealing comlinks and hacking them and using them for...
I think the RFID is less likely than 4.9mm slugs.
Still, it's funny to think of a raccoon with a
The
criminal
zoo
sting.
animals are probably tagged, though. They will actually have access IDs.
And several of them will be known criminals because people have stolen their access IDs to use as criminal activities.
Yeah, that fragging elephant man, he's wanted for so much. Anyway, leaving this admittedly fascinating rabbit hole aside.
That's a hilarious rabbit hole. We need to go back to it at some point.
We do, but not right now. So,
Why do the Chilean flamingos at the Bronx Zoo have access to your comm? And why are they watching so much porn? And why is it the most boring porn imaginable?
I'm not answering that. So,
You plead the fifth.
just like the flamingos. So what are you doing next? Are you heading over to Manhattan? Are you doing something else?
I still think we head for Port Morris. At least Mav gets East Riverside added to his Manhattan pass.
Yep.
We get a taxi to the guy's apartment. We go up, we have a look around.
Okay. So we'll come back to you and your inevitable conversation with Eddie in a few moments whilst Huggy drives you over there. In the meantime, Sunshine, you're the person creating the accesses for people to get up there.
Yep.
You'll need to tie them to people's sins. I'm not going to worry too much about exactly what sin it is unless it becomes relevant. But what are you sort of saying that they are as visitors? Are they like delivery people? Are you going around as friends? Are you going in a professional capacity? Something else?
Honestly, the professional capacity is the one that is least likely to trigger security to come and have a look, because they're just again, really. The first
This time at least, he brought over a pretty woman and a reasonably well-built orc to beat, pretty woman to sit on him while the orc beats him up.
And Toiger. Toiger would raise the eyebrows in that circumstance.
You can't see Toiger's eyebrows being raised around the gimp mask. It's fine.
What? Sorry, what?
You're in a gimp mask now, Toiger. Don't ask questions, because you can't.
How am I supposed to mouth off through a gimp mask?
Exactly.
Alright, so you phoning Eddie then?
Yes, I'm phoning Eddie before we get too bogged down in the subject of Toiger and gimp masks.
Alright, roll your connection with Eddie for me while I find his character sheet.
I'm going to spend a point of edge on this contact, because I do not like the idea of rolling one die.
But that 1 in 6 chance for critical edge.
Exactly.
Question.
2 hits.
What's my loyalty with Marty supposed to be?
What is it currently?
2.
I'd say about 2. 2's about right at the moment.
Fair enough.
Because you're still kind of getting to know each other. He's interested, but you've not spent much time around each other.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
If you'd got to have this date that you were supposed to have tonight, it might have gone up to 3.
You never know.
We might get back to the ring before everything's over.
So how many hits did you get there, Mav?
2 hits.
Nice. So Eddie answers on the 4th or 5th ring, and there's a lot of background noise at first. He goes, "Hello? Hang on, let me just put on the noise filter. Hey, who's calling, please?"
This is Mav.
Oh, Mav, how you doing, man?
Not bad. In the middle of a job, so chat later, and promise we'll chat later.
All right, no worries, no worries. What can I do for you? Down to biz.
I need a Manhattan zone added to my pass. And hang on a sec, please mute comlink. Sunshine, do you have East Riverside?
I do not.
Would you like it?
I think I'm gonna need it, so
Fair.
yes.
Unmute. For me and one of my colleagues.
Okay, what kind of time frame are we working on here?
Hard limit 4 hours ASAP.
Alright, so normally these would be 500 a piece, but because we're working on a short time scale here, I'm going to need to kick a guy out of bed for this. I'm going to have to add a 100 new yen surcharge.
600 each?
Yeah.
Make it
So-
happen.
I've got a Dropbox, secure data server. Drop the details of your sins there. I'll get the guy to attach them. He should be able to do it. If he's not drunk, I'll have it done within the hour. If he is drunk, call it an hour and a half.
Done.
If that's what it takes.
Awesome. Wire me the money, and we will get those to you, chummer. All right?
Thanks, Eddie, you're a hero. I've got more work for you, but not urgent.
I love hearing that, Mav. Work, but work we can take our time with. Always a pleasure. I've got a meeting to get to. This one, this might pan out. This might be good. So I really got to go as well. But pleasure talking to you. Yeah.
And you, good luck.
Yeah. Wire me the money ASAP. Soon as I see that, soon as I see them in the secure server, I'll let my guy know. As I say, might take a little bit of time because I got to go to this meeting. I got to kick him out of bed. Well, I got to phone a guy to kick him out of bed, but you know what I mean. We might have to sober him up, but he's damn good. But Jesus Christ, I wish he would stop drinking. Anyway, I got to go. Talk to you in a bit.
Same.
And he just clicks off the phone.
He seems nice.
If you don't mind a bit of a habit.
Hey, you've met Eddie.
Yeah, Tiger, you have met Eddie.
When did I meet? Oh yeah, I have met Eddie, haven't I?
Yeah. Anyway, so where are you headed?
Still Port Morris, I believe.
I'm going to knock an hour off the timer because it's going to take you a while with traffic and all the rest of it to drive over there.
We are going all the way across Manhattan, but hopefully that will overlap with Eddie's guy being kicked and sobered up.
Yep.
I was going to say, now that we have an hour to an hour and a half to spare, Huggy is not driving erratically. She's taking this slow. She's being, not pulling out and she's going almost out of her way she's driving casual.
So it's probably a good thing that you're being careful because one of you who's got the news feeds open in the background sees a report where the police in the Bronx are releasing further information on the shootout that happened in the Bronx yesterday. And they're saying that anybody who can give information about a van with this mural of these drones painted on the side as mythical creatures should send that information to number appears on screen. Information leading to successful identification will receive a reward, blah, 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 blah.
Is this van still painted like that?
I presume not. I don't think I have ever said on screen, but I presume that we have at the very least,
Yeah, we did. Because I said, do you not have a little drone that just comes out and just automatically spray paints your van? And you said, yeah, we do. His name's Toiga. And then you gave me the spray paint thing and I managed to get paint all over my face.
That is true.
I believe that was on a different run, but yep, fair enough. Knock 20 new yen off for rattle cans then.
So this van is currently badly spray painted,
Maroon.
Okay, maroon.
Apparently maroon was what was on offer at the hardware store. Yeah, fair enough, because they couldn't sell it to any other silly fragger, and you needed to repaint that van PDQ.
Also, I'm going to paint over it anyway, so this is just a base coat.
I hope you were planning to strip off the awful can paint and put some primer on it first.
Maybe. I mean, at this point, there's half an inch of paint on this van already.
Are you just using extra paint as ablative armor?
Pretty much. You can't scratch the paintwork if the paintwork is literally holding the van together.
You don't so much scratch the paintwork on this van as gouge the paintwork.
You've made sure that the van is not identifiable. Are you taking both vans over to Port Morris, or sending the other one off on the autopilot, or are you just heading over to Port Morris with both of them?
I think it's easiest to head over to Port Morris with both.
Yep.
I can't think of any... No, I'm not going to... I'm going to sell one of them. I'm not sure who to sell it to yet.
So you head over at Port Morris. We'll just say that you park up in the multi-storey car park that you went to way back in your first mission when you delivered Frankie to various gangs to have various bits of him carved off.
Hey, look, there's bloodstains on the concrete here. Wonder whose those are.
It's the monofilament whip marks in the ceiling.
I'm honestly amazed that hasn't, been washed out by rain or something, but...
Yeah, you've arrived in Port Morris. Huggy, are you just hanging out in the van whilst the others go off to do a thing?
Yeah, I'll start doing some basic maintenance work around the van, and if I can, I'm going to try and get into and strip the ID off the Hermes.
Yeah, no worries. So, for the others, how are you getting there?
Wait, are we not taking either van?
Well, you'd need a vehicle pass for that.
Right. Can we take the subway?
Subway works.
So you're getting the subway over from Port Morris to Manhattan to the...
Assuming that all our transfer with Eddie has gone through correctly.
Yeah. So that's arrived. You just get a notification. So you're heading over to East Riverside, and you're getting off at the relevant stop. It's fairly late at night, and the subway's moderately crowded, but it's not absolutely fragging heaving. And my god, a subway journey without an absolute weirdo asking you awkward questions.
I mean, we do have Tiger with us.
But I didn't ask any questions. I'm not an absolute weirdo. I'm just a strange little freak. There's a difference.
He has you there, Mal.
Jury's out, Tiger. Jury is out.
Yeah, you get off at the station. Those of you who've not dealt with Manhattan subway station before, it's a bit different. There's a lot more NYPD Inc. about. There's a lot more cameras. There's small drones flying above with cameras as well. It's, yeah, this is serious. You come up to the turnstile, and you know the tap point that you get on modern ones. Basically, it's wanting you to tap your comlink against that or an RFID chip linked to your comlink for the SYN scan. So could each of you please tell me the rating of the SYN that you are using for this little jaunt?
Are you able to spend edge on a SYN scan test?
No, because the rating of your SYN is the target for the SYN scanner.
Blast.
Rating 4.
Also rating 4.
Rating 4 again.
Alright, so each of you gets through absolutely fine. It just bleeps, turns green, turnstile lets you through. And you do get what are you guys wearing, by the way? Are you just wearing your standard
Why
running
is that
gear?
always the first thing guys want to ask you in your DMs?
It's not... No, it's confirmed on screen that Mav owns clothing that isn't black cargo pants, black t-shirt, and black trench coat. He does own a suit.
He has a bad suit.
He has a perfectly fine suit, thank you very much.
I will, however, say that given the message you received earlier, unless you have stopped off at Mav's on the way, you will not have that.
Indeed. Mav is wearing his standard. But he's running a Manhattan Blue Pass, so...
Yeah, that's fine. Toiga, what about you?
Tiger has on his usual cargo pants, cargo shirt, lined coat comprising entirely of pockets, and extremely heavy-duty boots, which look like they weigh more than he does.
And Sunshine, are you still in your runner gear?
So, leather coat, jeans, concealed pistol, beanie, AR glasses.
So it's not too much of a walk to the guy's apartment building based on the information you've got. It's only about 350 meters. Multiply that by 3 to get rough feet distance. So
What are these feet?
they're freedom units, which most of our listenership use. So this area is nice. I don't know if many of you have been in a AA area for at least some time. Toiga, this is just like coming home, if home was deeply unpleasant.
Virgo's home is deeply unpleasant.
Mav, you've probably worked these areas. Sunshine, you've probably visited, but you don't come to these sorts of places often. People here, generally, unless they're staff, dressed a lot nicer. You can see the money even when they're dressed down, kind of deal. The shops are a lot shinier. The police are tending towards pistols rather than assault rifles. This is the posh bit of town. Are you heading straight there, or are you making any side trips beforehand?
I don't think we need to make any side trips.
Don't think so.
Tiger, any input?
Nope, let's just go.
All right, so for the journey over there, the walk and the subway journey, I'm going to knock another half hour off the timer, so you're at 3 hours and 10 minutes left on the clock at this point. When you come up to the building, you knew this one was going to be a pain in the hoop. Whatever pay data you can get out of this corporate lizard had better be worth it. After the hassle of dealing with a border check that is mercifully quiet at this time of night, and that Eddie's fine forging breezed you through, you find yourself stood on East 120th between 3rd and 4th Street, staring at a residential tower, while the advertising AROs do their best to obscure your view with the latest NERPs. The bastard would live in the penthouse on the top floor, wouldn't he? So this building is about 60 floors.
Bloody hell. If the elevators are out of order, I want a refund on something, though.
Stood outside it, there is a lobby area with lifts. You can see a door that's got a couple of guards on it, and you can see a concierge sat at a desk inside.
Elevators, Rhydian.
Yes, Murica. Elevators.
We can presumably just walk up and use the elevators, because we have...
Probably have to sign in with the concierge.
As Stevie Stevens or something.
Man.
I believe that is one of Huggy's fake sins.
It is indeed.
So are you just going to walk in, or are you going to do something else?
We head to the concierge. I head to the concierge, at least. I'm not going to speak for the others.
When you walk up and knock on the door, the security guard gives you a look of, what the frag has just been dragged off the street. Ugh, but he does actually
Mav already has... Does being added to an access list give you, like, an invite or something?
Effectively, yeah.
Mav has the invite open, like, in offer mode on his comm link.
Can I make a very gentle suggestion?
Shoot.
Let Sunshine do the talking.
That is a relatively good suggestion. What is the lizard's name? We've been calling him the lizard all session.
I mean, he deserves it. So, the lizard's name is Hiroshi Tanaka. By Japanese naming conventions, his surname is Hiroshi.
You would likely refer to him as Hiroshi-san.
When you walk in, Mav, this guy has just given you a look of ugh. And you notice that he's actually put his hand down onto his holster. And he's not actually on the gun, but he's hooked his thumb under the flap so that he can open it and pull the gun if he needs to. So who's walking up to the concierge?
That would be me.
All right, so when you walk up to him, he's an older Indian gentleman in quite a nice suit. It's clearly like a work concierge suit, not an actual corporate suit or anything like that. Complete with name badge and all the rest of it. He's got like crossed key lapel pins as well. And he looks you over and says, "Sirs, Madame, do you have business here?" In a tone that says, "You clearly don't. Get the frag out of my lobby."
What time of day is it?
So it's about 9:10 at the moment, Sunshine.
Good evening. We have been hired by Mr. Hiroshi in apartment 47.
May I see your credentials?
Of course. I fling him an ARO over.
He looks it over, looks you up and down, looks it over, and you have this sense of he's just looking for something, anything. And he sighs, smiles. Elevator 5, sirs. It's clear that Mr. Hiroshi-san's tastes have adjusted somewhat. Have a pleasant evening.
As we're walking past, Toigo says, sort of just loudly enough to be heard, "You know, what he said about the concierge in this place is true."
This guy is just staring daggers at your back as you wait for the elevator. Elevator arrives. You get in. There's some pleasantly irritating elevator music. So the elevator dings, and you step out, and as you step out, oh, that carpet's plush. That's like inch-thick pile on that. It's soft. As you go in, you're in like a little antechamber, and there's a very bored-looking security guard sat behind a desk who looks up and says, "Concierge said to expect you. The door's unlocked."
Thank you. We'll make ourselves at home.
Does he gesture to one of the doors?
Yes.
If it say had a servant's entrance, he would be pointing us to it.
He also... So the other two doors, one's for the main stairwell, one's for the cargo elevator. As you walk towards the door, you also see him reaching down, and you see him taking out a pair of foam earplugs and just screwing them into his ears.
He's been here too long.
He has. He knows the deal.
So, good lord. This is a freaking palace.
Yeah.
I know it's a Manhattan penthouse, but...
He's a top-level corporate exec. Dude's got the moolah. He would do if it wasn't for his appalling gambling habit.
Trophy room. One of those things is called a trophy room. Is that what the sex dungeon is?
Is he the trophy?
I'm just going to say yes and leave the contents to your imaginations.
Don't, because you just said that to Jack and Michael, and their imaginations are worse.
Please do, because I don't want to be told about it.
That is fair.
We'll leave that nebulously disgusting.
Sunshine, what's this for?
If you have to ask, you're too young to know.
Sunshine?
If you have to ask, Tiger, you're too young to know.
How many horses does this guy have?
Anyway.
Alright, so could I get perception checks from everybody, please?
Is this in fact visual?
Yeah. So, the inside of the place, as you step in, you give a low whistle under your breath. So this is how the other side lives, is it? You're stood in the antechamber just inside after you talk to the security guard. There's like shoe racks in there, and beyond that is traditional Japanese tatami mats covering the floor with shoji partition walls and painted ceilings. So shoji walls are like the paper screen walls that can be moved around and stuff. Time to grind some dirt into the floors and break some toys. The whole place is decorated in very, very strictly traditional Japanese decor, and there is a balcony. It's not on the map that I've given to you guys, but it is there. And there's an artificial hot spring bath out on the balcony as well.
Ooh, private onsen. Fancy, fancy.
So, the interior walls of this place are paper, which has a structure value of maybe 1.
Which has a structural value of perhaps.
Which means that Mav can see every hard object in this apartment.
Don't look at the trophy room.
I spend minimal time looking at the trophy room. What do those perception checks get us?
So, Toyga got 5 hits, you got 5 hits. Sunshine, could I get yours as well, please?
Yep. 3 hits.
You're slightly distracted, Sunshine, by going, you know, this is actually good workmanship on this, whilst you're looking at something in the trophy room. Meanwhile, Mav and Toyga is, I imagine, mildly petrified and existentially shook by some of the stuff in there, and has followed Mav into the bedroom. And Mav's just going through the drawers and notices, hang on your 5 hits. This drawer's not as deep as it should be as you open the top drawer of his nightstand. I imagine you're cracking it open and having a look.
I have a look before I crack it open, because I can do that. Radar.
Looks like there's data chips in there.
Any other suspicious, locking mechanisms, hidden explosive devices?
Not in the bedroom, no. The only room in the floor, there is one room on this floor that has solid walls. They actually have steel in the walls as well, and a solid oak door that Mav's radar eyes tell him, yep, that's actually an oak skin over more steel.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the office, I'm guessing.
Quite possibly. Are you cracking open that drawer and having a look there, Mav, before we move on?
If it doesn't look to be trapped, yeah, I am.
Looks like a bunch of data chips. Can you give... This will be Patrol. Can you give me your law enforcement role there?
I do like when my specializations are relevant. Only 2 hits, though.
On 2 hits, yeah, you recognise these. These are fragging BTLs.
Oh?
Sunshine. Mav holds one out to you.
Are they all empties?
They've been used, they've been chipped.
Some of these, no, they look like they're good to go.
Oh, they're not.
These actually don't look like single-use chips. These are...
Oh, these are the high-end.
These are the primo ones.
Can I slot one into a comm link and see what's on here?
Yeah, if you want to chuck it in your comm link.
Alright, everyone offer a quick prayer to the machine spirit of my antivirus.
Do it in AR. Don't get blasted by whatever's on there.
Obviously.
Good, just checking.
So yeah, I slide the glasses over my face and...
Could I get a composure check?
Wow, okay.
Porn should not require composure checks.
We're about to watch somebody die, aren't we?
2 hits.
You are genuinely fragging shaken by some of what comes up.
Can I claim my ranks in sex work as a bonus on that composure roll?
For this, no. I would actually say they're a negative because, yeah, I was thinking 3 hits to pass your composure check. So you're not, in a puddle on the floor crying, but you're, oh God. As you find yourself watching some of the nastiest gore porn imaginable, giving the viewer both the perspective of both the perpetrator and victim at the same time.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
So these are snuff films.
Indeed.
Some of them... Oh God. Ugh, there's one that involves cyber surgery whilst...
Okay, let me
Is any of this criminal, or is it all just disgusting?
Very.
Very criminal.
To make these, this had to actually happen to somebody.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Right? That's blackmail material.
These are deeply fragging illegal. There is not a jurisdiction on the planet that allows these things.
How do we turn this into blackmail material? Because this is definitely blackmailable.
While you're mulling that over, could I get a perception check out of everyone, please?
Non-visual, I take it, if it's a weird one.
Yeah, this is more you intuiting something.
Am I included in that?
3 hits.
Have people been sending that information to Huggy?
Yes.
Yes.
We're giving Huggy a pretty, live feed of what we're finding, I'm assuming.
I hope you're not giving me a live feed of...
No, we're not.
3 hits.
Most of you except Toiger have got 3 hits. Toiger, I imagine, is a bit by this and is trying hard not to think about anything. The rest of you...
Toiger's in the walk-in wardrobe and is just having a rummage for anything nice.
I'm gonna steal the guy's suits.
Gross, gross, ugly, uncomfortable, gross. Silk, but gross, gross, ugly. Ah, more horse equipment.
Roll me your edge stat there, Toiger.
Rolling 1 hit out of 3 dice.
His shoes kind of fit you. There's some nice ones in there.
Toiger grabs himself a couple new pairs of shoes.
Nice. So, going back to those perception checks. Yeah, all of the victims in these are metas.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And this is the equal equalities guy.
Yup.
I hope that you've been recording what you saw.
I mean, Chummer, I'm holding the chips.
Yes, but we don't have any proof that they're his.
Yeah, we need to turn this into blackmail material.
Or is he in them?
Is he in them?
No.
That's not how those work.
It could be, but
He could be the perpetrator.
it's not in this case.
Okay, just moving swiftly on from that.
So, question, how do we link these to him?
Hold on, are there any identifying marks on the outside of the chip?
Do they have record labels?
Yeah, or even part numbers.
I mean, there's serial numbers on the actual chips, but
But that's just the chip serial number. That's like the chip of a random...
Tell you what I could do. He must have a terminal in this house somewhere, right?
We could plug his snuff chips into his home terminal,
And video them.
register them on his home terminal.
yeah, that's trivial. So if you want to do that, you can just do it. You've got access to the home terminal, because I'm assuming you've not closed your link to that.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. There was also that locked room.
Yep, we'll come back to that in a second, once we've got this bit of blackmail material secured.
Okay. So yeah,
'Cause I take it you can get an audit log out of a terminal of, you watched this file, you watched this file.
Oh god, yeah.
So we play in hyper fast forward on his home terminal all of his dirty movies.
Okay.
Export the audit log of, you played these on your terminal, Mr. Hiroshi Tanaka. And then we save that, because that is blackmail material, and it's also not the awful shit itself.
Yep, I will say that you can do that quite easily, because you're actually inside the house at this point. So
We have physical access to the home terminal, we have
Yeah.
matrix access to the home terminal.
yeah, you won't need to hack it at this point. So the other thing so I'm going to knock half an hour off your timer for your search so far, and going through these. Those are going to give you nightmares. Chips. What are you doing now?
How long have we got?
You have 2 hours and 40 minutes remaining. So you're checking out the office, are you?
Yep. It's got steel walls.
Yeah, so taking a look at the door, there's a maglock on that. I will say that any relevant, obvious B&E gear that Huggy has, she can have just passed off to you beforehand, because that's simple and sensible.
I take it the home... What's the word I'm looking for? Not home terminal.
Home host.
Take it the home host can't just pop that door.
It's not linked to the home host. If Sunshine takes even a cursory look, it's not linked to the home host.
Ooh, sketchy. That is extra sketchy. I have an auto picker, but that's for physical locks. Also, why does this character have an auto picker that does not fit with their skills?
Well, it's a good thing you've got an auto picker because it does have a key lock as well.
As well, bloody hell, paranoid.
So I have a maglock passkey that I can pass you.
Yeah.
You have passed us in the past.
Yes.
Indeed. So you've got the maglock passkey from Huggy, so if you're wanting to use that, that's fine. Mav, do you want to use that auto picker first?
How thick is the steel wall? Can I get any vision through it on my radar sensor at all?
This is like inch-thick steel. You can't actually get any vision through it at all.
Blast.
This guy seems... I mean, it's fairly obvious that this guy is paranoid as fuck about this
If he was
place.
paranoid as fuck, his hosts would have decent security.
Out what's in this room. He doesn't want anyone in this room.
That is true.
Would melting the lock set off an alarm, do you think?
Oh, it's not tied into the home. Does the lock have any matrix connections at all? Do either of the locks?
Give me a quick scan roll there, Sunshine.
Scan, sure.
Yeah.
Matrix.
If you know the approximate physical location of a device, you can find its matrix presence.
4 hits.
There, the door and the maglock are not linked to the matrix. They're like specifically off the home host.
So as long as we don't disturb Mr. Security Guard in the lobby, who is wearing earplugs, we can do whatever we want to this door, although trying to get through...
That's what we have the acid hands for.
Let's try it the subtle way first. Auto picker, go.
I've got a target number in mind there, Mav. So could you...
Before I do, I'm going to activate Agility Boost.
Okay.
It is directly relevant.
Do you have the locksmith skill?
Nope, but 1 hit. Screw you, Agility Boost. Okay. +1 agility. And then I roll agility +5.
Okay.
Because I do not have the locksmith skill yet. I may learn it.
Your Christmas present from Toyga is picking locks for dummies.
That is 4 hits.
So that's actually a little bit more than the target number I had in mind. So you've managed to get that one. So what about that maglock?
Sunshine. At least I assume a maglock reader is matrix stuff.
So you need the electronics skill to... Sorry, hardware skill, rather.
You could also use a maglock passkey to just spoof it. I lent you guys my maglock passkey.
That's what you just lent us, right?
Ah, cool.
So how does spoofing it with that do? Is that the spoof skill?
As she could hack it, but it's off the matrix. So with this one, you would need to use hardware to... I'm not going to make you roll to open up the case, because you're not in a high-pressure situation. Or use the maglock passkey, which uses its rating multiplied by 2. And basically you just have to hit the rating of the maglock as your target number.
Cool.
So do you have the hardware skill?
Nope. It's not really Sunshine's sort of deal.
What's the rating on that maglock passkey there, please, Huggy?
It's rating 4. I need to get a better one.
4 is pretty decent.
Alright, so could you roll me 8 dice, please, there, Sunshine?
Sure. 3 hits.
Okay, this is an extended, so roll 7 dice.
3 hits again.
And again.
Up to 7. 8 hits.
Okay, so it takes you 4 rolls to get to that target number of 8. So it's taken like 12 seconds. This thing's just running numbers furiously. Turns green and there's that satisfying bleep and you hear the latch thunk. Stepping into this place, it's a lot more modern than the rest of the apartment. It's all bookcases. Some of these are actual books. None of them are related to magic. Don't get excited, Toyga.
Aww.
There's a desk with a built-in cyber terminal, and there's a lot of photos from his life, like graduation stuff and diplomas, and there's also trophies. That looks like a katana sat on a stand with a matching wakizashi. What are you doing now?
Stealing that?
Yeah, we're stealing that,
will
obviously.
probably alert the security guard if we walk out with the guy's sword. On the other hand, we will have a sword.
I can cast invisibility on them and just take them that way. What are the books? What can I look at the books and see if there's anything interesting on there?
It's mainly corporate bollocks.
Corporate law, corporate law, corporate law, corporate law.
Other than the cyber terminal, is there anything else interesting in here?
Corporate law, Shibari for beginners, corporate law, the Book of the Five Rings, Machiavelli's The Prince, Shibari for intermediate, corporate law, how to win friends and influence people, corporate law.
Other than the cyber terminal and the books, is there anything interesting in here?
Not really.
And I'm radar visioning until I get to the steel walls again.
Yeah. There's nothing really that interesting.
Okay, Sunshine, get on that terminal. There's bound to be something awful in there that we can blackmail him with.
Well, first off, I'm loading these fragging chips into his terminal, and I'm then just going to take a video of them running on my comlink. I'm going to take a video of them running on the screen of his terminal.
Nice. Yep.
Does the terminal just, boot and let Sunshine in?
No. Is
this the home host?
It's not the home host. This thing seems to be... Sunshine, roll me a quick analyze, actually.
Sure. Analyze. Submit. 5 hits. Nice.
Guy's got a fragging Faraday cage in this. This thing's offline.
That's incredibly sus.
That is very sus. Mav finds a heavy object and props the door open because we are not getting trapped in a Faraday cage today.
Don't worry, you've not got any technomancers. Nobody's getting too twitchy.
If we get stuck in a Faraday cage, we will all get twitchy, just not because we were cut off from the internet. Sunshine, go.
So, can I log into this terminal?
You'll need to crack it, so... Give me an exploit roll, please, Sunshine.
This thing is not on the network, therefore I do not care about stealth.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to say that you can smash into it, and it's not actually running any IC on there. So it bleeps a lot. Can you give me an analyze once you've smashed your way inside this thing?
Sure. Oh, 2 hits. Good God, why are all of your files on the desktop? This is a nightmare!
This guy doesn't do tech. We've established this.
They do seem to be encrypted, but there's a lot of files on here.
Can I just shovel a whole load of them onto my comlink?
Can we take copies and leave the originals?
So, do you have the decrypt program?
Nope.
Not yet is the important word.
I do.
Oh! Well, in which case, I grab a load of copies of these, and can I just send them out to Huggy?
Yeah, sure.
You'll have to step outside of the Faraday cage first, but yes.
The Faraday cage is incomplete because the door is propped open. There's signal in here.
So you've managed to copy them and send them to Huggy. Huggy, when you receive them, could you roll an analyze for me?
Certainly. So that's 1 hit. You know what? I'm post-edging that. And that's 0 extra hits, so 1 hit.
What?
Fair enough.
That was rubbish.
Yes, it was.
So you've managed to get the files. What now?
I'm going to try and decrypt one of them. Whichever looks like the smallest, is the smallest size.
Okay, so this is an extended test. Your target number will be 8.
Target reached in 5 rolls.
Nice. So you manage to open the file, Unfortunately, the data bomb goes off.
Well, that's a problem.
You're lucky it doesn't delete the data, but it's a rating 4 data bomb. I'll need to look up some rules.
What on earth is a data bomb?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
It's a, matrix explosive on a file.
Quick question, Huggy. You'd rolled 8 dice, so does that 8 dice include hot sim?
It does not.
So I'm going to say you were doing this in cold sim then.
I'm decrypting something. I'm doing it in cold sim.
That's
I'm
fine.
also decrypting some things that may include horrible, illegal sex stuff. So I'm doing it in cold sim, so I am as disconnected from this as possible.
That's absolutely fine.
You could be more disconnected. You could be doing it through AR.
It's, as I say, very relevant to what's about to happen to you.
Never a phrase you want to hear the GM use.
So what is about to happen to me?
Okay, so you're about to take 1d6 damage from this, and that's matrix damage. You're in cold sim, so Huggy will take this as stun. So let's roll a d6 and multiply it by 4. You are very, very fragging lucky, Huggy. I rolled a 1.
Oh, thank God.
So could you please resist 4 matrix damage? If you have biofeedback filter, then you will get to use that program to help. If you don't, this will be done purely on your willpower.
I guess this is getting done on my willpower, because I don't... You said that's a program.
It is indeed, yes.
I do not have biofeedback filter, so this is just on my willpower.
Yep, so it's 4 stun you've got to resist.
I don't think I have enough for that.
Well, you might resist some of it.
Yep, roll your dice for me.
So that's 1 hit.
Oh, so Huggy's just taken 3 stun. What does this feel like as that data bomb goes off?
It feels like... Have you ever chewed... Has everybody here had braces?
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Has anybody here ever done this thing where somebody tells you that if you put a D... No, not a D battery. He knows a
9-volt battery.
9-volt battery
Oh,
on
God,
your braces.
yeah.
Does it feel like licking a 9-volt battery when it's fully charged?
No, it feels like putting a 9-volt battery against your braces when it's fully charged.
Ugh.
So you get a shoot of pain first through your head, and then it just kind of spreads down your spine, and your entire body jerks.
I can feel that in my teeth.
Thankfully, Huggy is inside the rigger cocoon, or she probably would have just fallen over.
Yep.
Yeah, just a spasm of pain.
Yep. Oh, important question. Is that putting the contacts of the battery on the braces on the same jaw or top and bottom jaw?
But I only had disconnected braces, so same jaw.
You are very, very lucky, Huggy, because, yeah, you not only didn't get too badly hit by the data bomb, but the data bomb didn't delete the data as it went off.
So now we know that these files are rigged.
However, Huggy has managed to decrypt them and can read them.
Did that decrypt all of them?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you guys hear just like a scream of pain from Huggy. It's a digital scream of pain, but it's a scream of pain.
You okay?
What happened, Huggy?
So there's a fragging data bomb on those files. God, that fragging hurt. Oh God. I think I avoided the worst of it, but frag me, that was painful.
Are you alright? We come back?
I think I'm in, but God, everything hurts. Frag.
Do we need to take you to a hospital, or are you just...
No, I'm fine. I'll be fine. I think I can... Give me a second. There's some sort of... There's a couple of seconds of time as Huggy slowly unplugs herself from the cocoon. Yeah, I can still move my fingers and toes. I'll be fine. Whack me. Oh God, I am so glad I didn't hot sim that. That would have been so much worse. Okay, so what's on these things?
The files are still intact?
Seems to be. that or my brain is playing tricks on me, which it might well be.
So as you read over them, there's a lot in here. It takes you a little while to go through. We'll just say that while this is happening, you guys are making an exit from the apartment.
Are we tidying this place up? Are we putting it back as we found it?
Do we need to?
No. Do we want to?
Because we're gonna leave this place. We're gonna leave this place and then blackmail the frag out of this guy. And what's he gonna do? Come after us? We release the blackmail material.
That is true.
I think we still should.
I don't think you should. That takes way too much time.
That's fair.
Get out of there as quickly as you can. We know what this guy is capable of.
We might actually get to catch Hazel's fight if we leave now.
You might.
Oh, that'll be fun. Let's get going. Yes, let's go.
So you guys are leaving the building. The guy in the antechamber gives you a slight "the fuck" look as you go. Small thing, Toiga, you said you were discussing magically disguising that katana to steal it. Are you actually doing that?
Don't remind him. I was hoping we'd get him out without him remembering it.
Steal the wakizashi, you already have a katana.
My thoughts exactly. The wakizashi is just going up a sleeve. The shoes, they just go sort of down the front of the coat and held in place with the arm, which has the wakizashi in the sleeve.
Yeah, that's fine. The guy gives you a slightly odd look as you leave, but doesn't question it, and you get out of the building without any particular difficulties. So, Huggy, as you're going through these files, you've got more information on Project Yushu. And it takes you a while to read between the lines of the horrendous corporatees. But you realise after a while there's a lot of requirements in this. It's like a new hiring program. There's a lot of requirements in this new hiring guidance. They look innocuous at first glance, but they heavily favour humans over matters. Just like social, like slight, subtle, insidious social stuff.
Ugh.
It'd be little things like you need to keep your BMI between such and such a rating and such a rating. You know, because you want to make sure that you're physically as well as mentally healthy. Clean body,
and
clean mind.
not a dwarf.
Yeah, so it's like that rules out dwarves, that rules out orcs, that rules out trolls, because...
That rules out elves, because they'll be under-healthy.
Yeah, so like, little things like that. You know, like, and it won't say, you know, a bad BMI is going to disqualify you, but it's like this is one of the things that we use to rule in our
down rates a candidate.
Yeah,
and they can just cream the cream of the crop by their rules off the top, who are entirely coincidentally all Asian human men.
There's also in there's a lot of personal emails and stuff. Most of it's irrelevant. But there's a few between him and local Humanis chapters. And
for flag's sake, he's actually talking to her Humanis.
Not just that, he seems to be a regional organiser for them.
Frag's sake.
Add that to the blackmail file.
Yep.
You also notice several emails. The names on them catch your eye. You've seen those names before. Anthony Powell and Davian Fender.
I know those names. Who are they?
Powell. That rings a bell. Was Powell not that,
Was he the politician?
He was a politician, wasn't he?
Was he the blood guy?
No, the blood guy, the guy whose blood you stole, we should say.
Yeah.
He was kind of underneath Powell. Anthony Powell is one of the Republican senators for the New York area. Davian Fender, yeah, you recognize that name from your last run. He's the head of the FBI in New York State.
Oh, God.
And a lot of it seems to be just personal correspondence, like they know each other and they're friends, but one of them has a particularly chilling sentence about the urgency of establishing a human nation for the betterment of the species.
Right, that one's getting sent on to...
Okay, let's put that up there with straight pride parades of things humanity doesn't need.
Indeed.
So that one is getting sold to the brothers.
Mom? Yeah. I would just send that one on to Mom. It's for the
Yeah.
Betterment of everyone that they know about that.
Email that directly.
That's not getting sent to Mom, that's getting sent to Lucas and Dean.
They are, Mom.
No, they're not, and that's an important difference.
So, you guys are leaving the apartment at this point with a fragging treasure trove of blackmail material. I'm going to knock another half hour off your timer for the time you spent dicking around in his office and stuff.
That's fair.
So you've now got 2 hours and 10 minutes left on the clock. And are you heading back over to Huggy?
Back to Huggy.
Yep, so it took you half an hour to get to the place from Huggy, so we'll call that another half hour. So you're now at 1 hour and 40. So you've got buckets of time in terms of getting hold of this material. You might not get back for the start of the fight, but
we'll see the big finish.
Yeah.
I will drive a little bit more tenaciously.
Circumspect. So the start of the fight is happening as you're crossing the Verranzo Narrows Bridge. So at that point, there'll be 50 minutes left on the timer. There's bad traffic. It's New York, there's always bad traffic. And while you're crossing the bridge, you catch the very beginning of the fight on the van's radio. I've got something for you here, guys.
Welcome, fight fans! This is the main event of the evening! Our 3 judges scoring this contest at cage side are Aaron Bell, Tyler McCleary, and Alexei Milankovich. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the cage, Big Jim Fry. This bout is brought to you by Dimitri's Waste Management Systems, where your trash is our business. For those in attendance and Cage Clash fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from an undisclosed location in Staten Island, New York. 5 rounds of intense, bone-crushing action in the unaugmented New York State Championship Tournament. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, holding a professional record of 8 wins and 1 loss. She stands 200 centimeters tall, weighing in at 13.5 stone, fighting out of Great Kills, Staten Island. Presenting the #1 ranked Cage Clash light heavyweight contender in the world, Hazel, the Hurricane McDearman! And now, introducing, fighting out of the red corner, she's a catch wrestler, holding a professional record of 18 wins, 4 losses, and 1 no contest. Standing 125 centimeters tall, weighing in at 13.6 stone. Fighting out of Baychester, the Bronx, New York. Presenting the former Cage Clash light heavyweight champion, the one, the only, Beth Downsizer Phillips!
I hope you guys enjoyed that little surprise. Dr. Friendship from the Sinless podcast kindly agreed to be the announcer for this.
That was excellent.
That was a thing.
That was amazing.
And Downsizer is a dwarf.
Yeah.
Downsizer. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, I'm not sorry.
You should be.
I do kind of unironically love Hazel the Hurricane.
So he did the voice for it, I did the editing and sound effects for it, and I'm really grateful
That
for
was
him to
super
doing
cool.
that. So thank you so much, Dr. Friendship. You're awesome.
Thank you, Dr. Friendship.
That was amazing. I love that.
So yeah, you guys drive back on over. The fight's been going on for about 10 minutes when you get through the door. And is anybody texting Marty as you get over
I will
there?
have texted Marty as soon as we got out of Manhattan. I'll have said, blackmail material acquired, brackets, and how, close brackets, on our way back.
Alright, so when you arrive, the Vori guy on the door, he's watching the fight in like an AR window as you arrive, and he goes, Go in, this is fragging good. Oh my god, I have not seen anything like this. Oh, and he just waves you straight in. I take it you're all just piling out the van and heading in.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
when
I'll be joining them.
yeah,
What about Granny?
She's as safe as she can be in a rigger's van in a Valkyrie module.
are you setting the auto turret on frag off there, Huggy?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, cool.
Hansel and Gretel are kind of bobbing over the van.
The car park has Vori guards. It's probably fine, and they're not going to bat an eyelid at a body in a van.
Yeah, I'm happy to roll for this if you want me to, but can I also summon Sad Bear again to just sort of keep an eye on her? Like he's in the van, just sort of sitting there in
I
between
think you've
balls.
still got services on Sad Bear, and we've not had sunrise, so Sad Bear can hang out and keep Granny company.
Excellent. Good boy, Sad Bear.
Good boy, Sad Bear. As you approach the building, you can hear the noise from outside, and it's loud. As you head in, it just hits you in the face like a hammer. Just so many people. It's so loud in here. And it takes you a while to fight through the crowd. You've got ringside passes. The Vori guys just wave you straight through. And Hazel's just getting up for another round. And she's got a cut on her eyebrow that's been super glued back together. And her opponent, Beth, downsizer, she's just looking, right, okay, we're doing this. Oh god, we're doing this. And they just lay straight into it. Hazel just snap kicks to the face, straight out the gate. The dwarf just about dodges it. And Marty comes over to you going,
Have you got something? You told me you've got something. What have you got? Nobody's gonna hear us over this fracking lot.
You probably don't want to know.
Oh my.
Dude was
He
into some things.
Let's watch the fight, and we can talk about it afterwards.
Alright.
and he turns away from you, and he does, as Hazel's circling the ring, she and her opponent are now chucking a couple of jabs at each other. Like, Hazel chucks a jab at this lassie's face, and she goes for a grab, but Hazel just about manages to dodge back in time. And Marty catches Hazel's eye as they're circling, and she's on the right side of the cage for it. There's a few weird hand gestures, and you just see Hazel's face harden. And this carries on for a few moments, them circling one another. And then Hazel just explodes. You can barely follow the movement, and this goes to the ground, and it's just a whirling ball of flesh for a few moments and punches. And then you can see Hazel has this dwarf's arm in a horrendous leg bar, just holding her down. Also, if I'm getting things wrong, I know nothing about MAA. I'm doing my best here. And
Help
just
us,
look
Dr. Friendship, you're our only hope.
help us, Dr. Friendship. And she's just slowly increasing the pressure, and you see this dwarf trying everything, and she's punching and kicking Hazel everywhere that she's allowed. You see the other leg come round and just smash Hazel in the face. You see her nose just slide off to the side, and there's just a spray of blood, and you can see it just spattered all over the inside of the cage floor. And Hazel just ramps up the pressure even harder, and she just has this look in her eye of, I don't care, I'm just gonna keep going until either you tap or this leg snaps, and then I have all the control I need, bitch.
Where's Hiroshi in all this? Because he's here.
You can see him up in the VIP lounge looking down, and he's just got this expression on his face of, what the fuck? And eventually, you think Hazel's actually going to do it. She's going to break this dwarf's leg. And then Downsizer just starts hammering as hard as she can on the floor of the cage, tapping. It takes a good 3 seconds before the red mist recedes just enough from Hazel's eyes that she actually lets go, and the ref is actually like grabbing at her and pulling her. No, really let go. She's tapped. It's done. It's fragging done. And she gets up and she's still staring at this poor dwarf with just fragging murder in her eyes, and the dwarf's her blood's still up, so she's kind of ready to go, but also knows she's lost, and she's got that slight back off of, I want to go for you, but I can keep myself in check. Hazel's actually got the ref's hand on her chest, and she's leaning against it like she wants to go for her opponent, and just the crowd is going absolutely fragging ape shit. The announcer's calling it, and Tanaka just has this look on his face of, so you're playing this game, are you? And you see him take out a comlink, hold it up to his ear, take the comlink away, look at it for a few seconds, dial again, hold it
It's
up.
a comlink that we have in our possession, Buzz.
Maybe.
Ooh, can I answer it?
No, we're in the same room as them. Don't attach the stuff.
Can I turn invisible and answer it?
No, Tiger.
You know what? With it buzzing, I reject the call.
That's fair.
His face just darkens. He just has this expression of fragging murder on his face.
No murder. Only suffering.
The lassie that he's paid for her company for the evening on his arm, he just kind of throws her off and storms out, and Hazel's like being mobbed at this point by people. Marty's holding her up above the crowd, and you just see Tanaka heading down towards ringside, and Marty holding up Hazel, who her nose is busted to frag. That's never gonna set properly. He just hands her to Mav. Could you make me a body plus strength check there, Mav?
Oh dear, that's lift and carry, isn't it?
Yeah, lift and carry, even better. Yes, that's a thing that exists in Shadowrun.
2 hits.
You don't outright drop her on her ass, but you can't hold her up.
I put her down with a degree of elegance.
Can I assist with this?
Yeah, Huggy, actually, you could see if you could step in and scoop her up above the crowd.
This is body plus strength, yeah?
Yeah.
That's 3 hits.
Yeah, so you catch Hazel as she's going down, as Mav goes, oh, frag, too much! And for an elf, she's so... But yeah, you lift her
You
up.
just handed, like, the densest elf to the skinniest and smallest orc.
Are
Not
you
quite,
willing
but-
to call Hazel dense to her face, Mav?
No. I'm willing to call her dense to your face.
You choose life.
I do choose life.
Yeah, Tanaka comes down, and Marty just stands in his way, broad-shouldered, legs shoulder-width apart, which, on Marty, that's a considerable distance, arms crossed. And you see Marty bend down from the waist, lift his head, so that he's actually staring this guy in the face. And you see a conversation going on. And you see Tanaka's getting more and more angry. And Marty he's just got this grin on his face. And eventually, Tanaka goes to hit Marty.
Does Marty just, like, stand there?
Well, you just see a hand snap out and just envelop this guy's face and just twist backwards and push down until he's on the floor, and then just stands up and walks away.
That'll do.
Yeah.
I was gonna guess that Tanaka would punch Marty and come away with a broken hand. Just from the sheer muscle density of that guy.
He might have finger marks on the back of his head from Marty's ungodly grip, but But yeah, Marty comes over to you guys and he just grabs Huggy, who's holding up Hazel, gives her a massive hug and just leans in her ear and says,
Thank you so fragging much. Now, once we get out of here, would you like to go and get extraordinarily drunk?
Oh, Marty, you know how to make a woman's heart flutter.
Thank you for spending some time with us and listening to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time for our next episode. In the meantime,
I can't believe they left Granny in the van. What's the most irresponsible thing you've ever done with a payload?
let us know on our Discord. Intro is More Human Than Human by Carl Casey, and the background music is also by Carl Casey. Outro music is Neon Thrills by Luck Hash, and all sound effects are credited in the show notes. The Tops Company Inc. has granted permission to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any other proprietary material for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Pride Against Prejudice podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned in this podcast remain the property of their respective owners. The Pride Against Prejudice podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license, so if you want to use any part of the show, please give us the credit. See you next time, chummers.